The following catchweight contest is scheduled for 3-minute rounds. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is representing Kaizen Academy. It's Ross Mason. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Dynamite, it's Paul Walker!
Our sixth contest of the night, Brad, an amateur lightweight fight. Ross Mason in the blue corner, the Kaizen Academy taking on Paul Walker out of Team Dynamite in the red corner. Looking forward to this one.
We've already seen a great performance from that Kaizen Academy tonight. I was with Paul Walker earlier when he was weighing in and stuff, last night, sorry. And he looks a tough cookie.
Yeah, very aggressive, moving forward. Paul Walker straight away.
Great defense there. Great defense from Ross.
Ross now trying to reach around, looking at that single.
I think an ankle pick in this cage is very difficult because you've got a little dip, just like the UFC cage. And that looks quite tight.
He dropped straight
and that looks quite tight. Can he finish him here? I can't quite see it.
It looks like he...
Can't see, I'm afraid. His knee's in the way. Even on the TV screen in front of me, I can't quite see.
Right now, it doesn't look like he's giving a thumbs up.
He just stuck his thumb up, so I presume he's fine. But I've got to be honest, if I was being choked out, I'd pull that bluff too.
I mean, it does look, it doesn't look like he's got a lot of ways to get out at the moment. He's got to wait for that lactic acid to build up in the arm.
I actually think Ross is fine there. His face is still nice and pale.
Yeah.
I think he's fighting the hands now. I think it's probably best for Paul to let go now. I can't quite see.
How much of your wad can you blow with this squeeze? Because he is popped out now. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I blow my wad in less than 30 seconds.
I have heard that about you.
Yeah, I know. It's just a thing.
But you know what I mean? Like right now, is it a case that it takes a few seconds for the arms to start a...
It doesn't take long with the adrenaline rush. Especially these guys between them have only had about 4 fights. I mean, the adrenaline. Paul's doing a good job now of trying to stand up. I wish he'd just commit. A lot of standing up against the fence is just believing in yourself. There you go. Fantastic work there from Paul. Now they've seen him circle away.
That body lock, though, is nice and tight by Mason. And
yeah, nice long arms, too. I'd like to see some knees to the midsection. And the next time he goes to block the knee, lifting his knee up, I'd like to see a nice little trip there from behind.
That body lock is nice and tight. He's relentless with it, not letting go. Trying to ragdoll him to the ground.
If I was Ross now, I'd break away and use some knees. He's got the height, he's got the reach. Both working really hard right now. Good wrist control, both fighting for control. People underestimate wrist control in martial arts. If you haven't got wrist, it's very hard to do anything. If you haven't got control of your own hands, sorry, it's a better way to word it. It's very hard.
Again, working, trying to get that outside trip perhaps, and pulls him down.
Paul should have hip heisted straight up then, but great work there from Ross.
Yeah, it's been a real smothering round out of Ross Mason here. Paul started very strong, with the striking, but
great round. I enjoyed watching that.
Mason able to slow that pace down, grind out perhaps the first round there.
Bit of Ali G in the background. Jungle is massive.
I'm so unhip, it's amazing my bum doesn't fall off, Brad. Again, a frustrating round for Walker. Is he going to feel frustrated with that, or?
He's still got 2 left. He's a strong guy. He's got some, clearly he's got some good technique. But for Ross, I think Ross has got a good body shape. If he can start using knees, using his range, using it well. When he had the body lock, he was so long. Paul couldn't do much about it. Paul needs to get inside, keep his elbows tight so he can't get it, and get nasty and get dirty and throw some nice hooks, almost like a Tyson style.
Make it a little more of a brawl and less of a
Yeah, not so much a brawl, but a technical brawl. A Tyson brawl.
And again, using that front kick. Walker just straight in after it.
I'm really impressed with this Kaizen Academy tonight. Really impressed.
Absolutely. And again, you can't
Nice
look
reversal.
at records anymore in the amateurs. You know, a guy that's 1-3 or 0-2, as in the case of Ross Mason. This isn't because of a lack of skill. This is just because the amateur depth is becoming huge.
The level is so high nowadays. So high. I mean, a lot of our amateurs back home, we struggle to get fights. That's why, like, Jack Eglin has to travel up here.
And an event like the UK Fighting Championships prides itself on having some of the best amateurs
Oh,
in the country.
fantastic
Wonderful
takedown there
Sorry,
from Ross
Brad.
Mason. Paul Walker now has to get a whizzer, post up on his right hand and stand up.
Ross, again, needs to be heavy. Maybe try and pull the hip out a little bit. Ground Walker.
All Paul Walker's got to do now is get a whizzer and stand up. He still needs to get that whizzer and stand up.
Got to be careful not to give the back up here, too, though, as Mason looks to step round the back.
Yeah, that's it now. If Paul uses the cage to wipe him off, just like he's doing. Fantastic work there from
turns
Paul
into
Walker.
him.
Fantastic.
And underneath the hips, does he secure it? Almost.
Paul Walker needs to circle to that back fast. Get his right elbow to the mat and
Oh,
circle.
and he drives
Fantastic.
Mason back into the cage now.
Now Ross is in the same position Paul was. He now needs to... Oh, wait there.
Yeah. Mason steps over and looks to...
Can he do it?
Mason looking to try and come out the back. Looking to try and come up the back door, and I think he has. Oh, and into side control.
That was a scramble and a half.
So would you look to be crucifixing the right arm now, or?
I think... Oh, there you are. I can see in the screen in front of me now. That's a good side control. He's got the knee, and let's see if he can regain guard. He's got the underhook. Let's see if he can go for the single. Oh, he let go of the underhook. I probably would have kept that.
Against it. Oh, and just hips up, over top, onto the back, and now looking to sink in the rear naked choke.
I think that might even be in. I can't quite see.
Good hand fighting. Great hand fighting from Walker at the moment.
Fantastic there from Paul Walker.
Really did survive. Really did defend himself well, but back is still taken and the hooks are in.
Let's not forget that Ross was the one who pulled off all of that. Fantastic maneuver. we're here, happily saying about how well Paul got away from everything and escaped, but Ross put him in those situations in the first place.
Absolutely. Just another competitive round here at the UK Fighting Championships, and it's what we've come to expect from the amateur matchups here.
Fantastic fight. Very good fight today. Very technical as well. This, how do you say it? Kaizen Academy. There's some serious gym. Fantastic.
Again, when that round evenly matched. I mean, again, what a tough job for the judges tonight.
Yeah, that one was very, very close. I think I might just give it to Ross because of that near rear naked choke attempt. But fantastic from both parts. Look at the physique of Paul Walker. He is stacked.
He's a big lightweight, isn't he?
Yeah. Big guy.
So again, neither fighter doing much wrong. What's the difference so far? Is it
just seems to me that Ross is always just slightly ahead. He's using his range well. Like I said before, I'd like to see Paul Walker come in with some super aggressive striking. I'd like to see him not go for a takedown. I'd like to see him go there and strike.
Become a technical savage.
Yeah.
Oh,
like that.
And there he is.
Now break away and strike.
Pushes, yeah.
Great tie clinch.
He
needs to use that whizzer now to get him away. There is a throw there if he can get his leg across.
Oh,
fantastic. What did I tell you? That's what he needs to do.
Oh, I tried to...
He needs to stand up fast. He can't wait. There you go. Fantastic.
Ducked under the punch, almost secured the takedown. I mean,
I think he's going to go for the Kimura sweep. Oh, no.
but as you suggested, Walker coming out, being the busier, being the more aggressive.
Yep. If I was Paul now, I would separate and strike. Obviously, that's way easier said than done when you're in there and you've got him grabbing hold of you.
And again, we talked about Walker being a fairly big lightweight. Mason had, he ain't small.
He's the tall, big set guy.
Now they continue to
Really like to see more work using the hips and that whizzer. Really, really turning. I've noticed that with a few guys tonight. They're not using their whizzer aggressively enough to get off the cage. One way, then the other way, then circle off really fast and strike.
Again, Mason could be getting ready to open up with some knee strikes to the body there. If he can just Walker fighting hard and then
there we go again.
lands a big right and a
Oh,
big
again,
left.
hook.
And a big right.
Separate and go. If he separates now, he might better get him. Oh, and he's on top. And he's on top. Stay heavy on those butterflies. Posture and strike.
There's only one butterfly in, but he really wants to get some posture now and rain down some bad intentions.
There we go. He's pushing away on his face. There we go. If he can stand up now and rain down some pain, it'd be fantastic. This is a close fight. I got him maybe 2 rounds down. If he can posture up now and get finished, that would leave out the hands of the judges.
And he's looking to try and get some distance there.
Yeah, don't let him up. That's it. Push his head down. Create some space.
Yeah,
it is.
It's almost like you're cornering him at the moment. He's doing exactly what you call.
He's doing fantastic. Push the face away.
Be careful. I got to be careful of the hip escape. Especially when he's got his feet to the cage to be able to push off, perhaps. But
he's got some long legs too, and he's using that well. Paul Walker now really, really needs to put 2 hands like that on his face, create space, and strike. I think he's a little bit too eager just to get the little pity-patter strikes. I think really to win this fight, he needs to create some real decent space. He's got 10 seconds.
10 seconds
he
left.
should go for broke now. This is a very close fight. Great performance in both fights.
Looking for
there
the
we
posture,
go. Come
landing
on.
some shots.
Come on. Fantastic fight there from both fighters.
What a fantastic amateur competition. Again, the standard in the UK is just getting better with every event. Unbelievable. What a great fight.
These guys would have kicked my ass back to the Stone Age, back when I was at this level. I can't believe the level. I mean, little Jack Eglin now, he's better than what I was when I got signed by the UFC. Don't get me wrong, I still fuck him up. I'm just saying.
Wasn't about to doubt that for a second.
I mean, the level of the amateur fights now, it's just incredible.
While we wait for the judges' scorecards and the decision, we give another shout out to the Health Shack in Preston, T Nutrition, Combat Mats, Next Level Fitness, and for all your Preston taxi needs, Miller Taxis. A great contest. I got to tell you, I'm not sure who's taking this one.
I got a feeling it's going to go to the, let me just find the gym he's from. Kaizen Academy. I think it's going to go to Ross Mason. I think.
We'll see.
I was a big fan of Paul Walker. That last round was definitely his. The second round was close. The first round I gave to Ross. So unfortunately, I don't know.
Well, we're about to find out.
Another 3 grueling rounds of MMA action, and we head to our judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision for your winner in the blue corner, Ross Mason. And please continue your appreciation for Paul Walker.